Mr. Wong sat at a big wooden desk counting money. Behind him, a safe was filled with stacks of cash. His face was serious as he looked at his papers. Money is power. If I have enough wealth, I can live forever, he muttered to himself. He coughed, looking tired, but still waved his chauffeur away, lost in his work. Outside, his young chauffeur, Liang, stood next to a black limousine waiting patiently. Liang sat in the car looking at his boss through the rearview mirror. He sighed and shook his head. Every day I drive him to meetings, but has he ever driven himself to happiness? He said softly. He took out a small photo of his wife and child from his pocket. He smiled, thinking about his simple but happy life. He carefully put the photo back and waited for Mr. Wong. A moment later, Mr. Wong stepped into the car without a word, already thinking about his next business deal. Time passed. Mr. Wong looked older and weaker. His steps were slow and his face looked tired. One night, while working in his study, he suddenly grabbed his chest and struggled to breathe. He tried to call for help, but it was too late. Doctors arrived, but they shook their heads. There was nothing they could do. Mr. Wong was gone. His widow, dressed in black, was left alone with $1.9 billion in the bank. She mourned for a while, but over time she found comfort in someone who had always been there, Liang, the chauffeur. A wedding ceremony took place. Liang, now wearing a fancy suit, stood beside Mr. Wong's widow. The guests whispered in surprise. The young driver was now the master of the mansion. Liang looked around, amazed at how life had changed. All these years I thought I was working for Mr. Wong. But now I see, he was working for me all along, he said with a smile. The huge mansion that once belonged to Mr. Wong was now Liang's home. Mr. Wong's empty study remained untouched, his safe still full of money that he would never use. Meanwhile, Liang sat at a small dinner table, laughing and eating with his family. We spend our whole lives chasing money only for someone else to spend it. True wealth is not what we leave behind, it's the time we spend with the people we love. Liang's happy face shone as he enjoyed dinner with his family. Take care of your health. Spend time with those who matter. Wealth means nothing if you don't live to enjoy it. If you find this story interesting, like, share and subscribe for more inspiring stories.